Well, a very good evening to each and every one of you. I do hope you are all sitting comfortably, and I hope you're not too deaf after hearing the Prince of Denmark's March played on the full organ sound here in virtual St. Mary, Redcliffe. Before that, we opened with Come Down, O Love Divine, going straight into Be Thou My Vision, to the wonderful tune Slain, before going into Be Still for the Presence of the Lord. And then, of course, we ended with the wonderful How Shall I Sing That Majesty, which angels do admire, to the now famous tune Kofen, with a little bit of a descant on the final verse by the composer of the tune, Kenneth Naylor. It was actually the hymn that we had this morning at this morning's service in Romsey Abbey, which I'll talk more about later. Behind me, we have a VIP, or should I say VIO, very important organist.
Oh my word!
In the VIP seat.
Well, thank you for having me. This is truly the best seat in the house at VC, without question.
Oh, I don't know.
My gosh. Okay. There's one better seat. That's true.
Sitting here, you really feel it, but you do feel it over there, don't you?
Yes.
You really, and you can see it all in action as well.
Amazing.
It's wonderful.
Bravo, Richard.
So, thank you. So, Jeremiah Martin is here, and we're going to sort of be sharing the organ bench tonight. And tonight's top 5 is going to be a live top 5 by, you guessed it, the man hovering in the dark corner. Yes. It looks quite dark on the screen,
darkness, yes.
Lurking in the shadows over there. But actually, it's not as dark as it looks on screen. So I hope you're all buckled up, and I hope you're going to enjoy the show. We'll give you a good show tonight. Thank you very much to those people who have been contributing so far. You're very, very generous, and I really love you all for that. I think, quick little bit of an update. I think I'm going to instruct a builder tomorrow to start working on our next phase. The works is going to start hopefully in November. I'm not going to talk about that too much tonight, but your donations certainly help to that. Let's push on. We have our first pre-request tonight, which comes in from the one, the only Daniel Kubacki, who's actually requested quite a solid hymn this week. It's a good traditional hymn. It's the tune is the old 124th, and it is Turn Back, O Man. And for those choristers, those people who are choral singers, who wrote the anthem Turn Back, O Man? Daniel, I will hand over to you, my friend.
Hi, Richard. This is Daniel Kubacki. My request for this virtual church is Turn Back, O Man, forswear thy foolish ways, to the tune Old 124th. This is the hymn that song in Godspell was based on. You know the song. Turn back, O man, forswear thy foolish ways. Old now is earth, and none may count her days. Da 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 da. Enjoy.
course, the answer was, I think Stanley got in there first. Stanley's obviously a complete chorister geek like me, likes his choral music. Gustav Holst, of course, wrote it. And Mitchell Wright as well, I can say. Mitchell Wright got it indeed right. Good for you. Anyone else who got it? I can't see. My eyes can't read all the chat in time. But it was Gustav Holst who based his anthem on that tune. That's rather fine, actually. We used to do it a lot at Winchester Cathedral. All right, so the next hymn, which is coming from Chad Lowe. Now, Chad Lowe, good evening to you. I don't recognise your name. I think you may be a first-time emailer, as it were, a first-time requester. It's very good to have new people watching and listening to Virtual Church. It's always a delight to welcome new people. Of course, it's an even more of a delight in a way to sort of say hello to familiar friends, to the vanguard, people who've been around for a while. But so it just makes me wonder if there's anyone tonight in the chat, all 220, where are we? 224 people watching at the minute, I think, or 214. It keeps changing. Anyone new tonight? Anyone watching for the first time? If you are, let us know. And my producer tonight, Michelle, will let me know, and I will give you a big shout out because you are all very welcome indeed. So, Chad Lowe has said about this hymn, it's a wonderful hymn pointing us to turn to Jesus for peace. First line in this hymn is, where can I turn for peace? And Chad has told us, to Jesus. Where is my solace when other sources cease to make me whole? When is a wounded heart, anger, or malice? I draw myself apart, searching my soul. So this is a new hymn for me. I'm not entirely sure what the tune is called. Chad put on his request form that it's called Grant. I only assume that it is called Grant. I don't know. But it looks like a very nice tune indeed. So let's have a listen to this. Only 3 verses. It's quite a quiet one. So I'll actually use the 12th or the Nazard on the great, using also the flageolet and the dulciana mixture on the echo division, coupled down to the great to give you a faux cornet sound. This is what it sounds like. And you heard there the tremulant on these wonderful strings. And what a wonderful tremulant it is. Which reminds me, those users of Redcliffe, if you've bought it and you haven't downloaded version 2.1, you can head onto my website, log into your account in the shop, and all of the files are there. It brings all of the tremulants now up to date. So you have all the tremulants and also some glitches as well that we managed to squash. And it really makes it a very complete organ now. And I think you'll agree it sounds rather good in here, doesn't it?
It sounds absolutely fantastic.
It does sound.
It really does.
It's such a colourful instrument, and it's a very authentic sound. And I really, really enjoy it. I'd also like to just quickly draw your attention to this morning's service in Romsey Abbey. I played the organ there, and as I normally do, and that's nothing new there, but my daughter was being baptised this morning in Romsey. So, yay, we finally got her baptised. She's 2. She was 2 in May, so that makes her 2 in a few months. And she was really, really good. We'd warned her, we'd prepped her, and we'd, trained her to be okay with it. Thomas, the vicar, he's going to put magic water on your head, and it'll be really warm. It'll be nice. It'll be magic water. It's going to be so exciting. So if you some of you have watched the video already, I know, but you can see on the footage on the live stream, Thomas holding her, and she bends her head down like that, and she stays really, really still, and the water drips off her head. And then afterwards, she turns to me and says, "Finish now? Finish now? Finished?" I said, "Yes, you finished now. Finished now." And then she immediately said, "Play with the door. Play with the door," because there is a very loud door that she likes opening and closing and opening and closing and repeat in the abbey just behind the organ. So she wanted to go and play with the door. She had the water on her head, and she said, "Well, okay, I've been such a good girl. Now can I go and bang the door?" Charlotte. It was a wonderful service, wonderful music, wonderful hymns, a choir, an augmented choir with a visiting choir this morning. So lots of singers there, sort of really exciting singing. So if you want to head over to the Romsey Abbey YouTube page, and you can see our family sort of coming together and baptizing Charlotte. And the reason Jerry is actually here, I think one of the reasons is not just to see each other and catch up, of course.
Absolutely.
But Jerry is one of Charlotte's godparents, of course. So it's
such an honor. So thank you. And she was amazing today. So it really is a privilege.
She was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So well, thank you for agreeing that and taking on that role. You've no idea what you've
Absolutely.
accepted for. But we're honoured that Jerry agreed to that. So let's move on to our next hymn now, which is coming from Glenn Snyder. It's "Oh, What a Wonderful, Wonderful Day." And the tune is called "Heaven Came Down." Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful day. I will never forget. So this is relevant today. After I'd wandered in darkness away, Jesus, my Saviour, I met. Oh, what a tender, compassionate friend. He met the need of my heart. Shadows dispelling, with joy I am telling, he made all the darkness depart. All right, so let's have a look at this then. Thank you very much, Glenn. What does Glenn say about it? Glenn says, "Many years ago, when I played at a Baptist church, my congregation used to love this hymn so much, and I loved to belt it out." So we can all imagine Glenn belting it out. Glenn, are you in the chat? Are you there? We can just all sort of listen very carefully, and let's all see if we can hear Glenn belting it out. So let's open your windows and let's see if we can hear Glenn. If we can hear him, he's doing very well, because we've got a rather large ocean in between us, I think. Barbara Clark. Where's the chorus? Well, I haven't got one on my page. Have we got a chorus? Let me see if I can just quickly whip one up on the on internet. What was the first line? Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful day. Let me see if I can just quickly find it.
Yes.
Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful day. Let's just go to Yemenari. Heaven came down. Let's see if we can find the thing. I'll just play I'll play a verse again with the refrain, because I'm intrigued to know how the refrain goes now. No, the only version I could find online is. Oh, there is a chorus there, but I can't see it. I can't. Oh no! Maybe someone could. Yeah, I've got try one more thing.
I can also dig behind the scenes here, Richard, and see if I can find something.
I'm just going to go into Glenn's email. Glenn did attach something to me, but the problem was it was very low resolution, so I couldn't actually see it. But if I zoom in on, yeah, see, Glenn's only sent me one page as well, so I'm not the only one. So if we could find, maybe it'd be one of these hymn books.
I'm gonna do a quick hunt here and see what I can find.
Is it in here? Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful day. Is it in? No, it's not in here. What hymn? Maybe a producer could find which hymn book it's in. Maybe we might have the hymn book. We might not. And let's just push on.
Yes, indeed. Whilst
we're finding that, and then we'll give you the chorus in all its glory. I promise. And we've got someone else in here now. Hello.
Hello.
We've got two people in the
whole
audience.
Team.
And probably some cats will appear at some point as well. Benjamin Yao is coming up next. His hymn is "I'm Pressing on the Upward Way." Where's that then? There it is. No, it's not. Where's that one gone? Where can I? Oh, where's that one gone? Where has that one gone? Let me just search for it. Oh God, we're having a bit of a nightmare here, aren't we?
Oh dear.
I'm pressing on. I'm trying to press on, but there we go. It is there. I'm pressing on the upward way. Now heights I'm gaining every day. Still praying as I'm onward bound. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Chorus. We've got the chorus here, guys. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's tableland. So what's a tableland? On heaven's tableland. Oh, I think it means on heaven's table land. So you land on a table, but I don't know why it's hyphenated. Up a higher plane than I have found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Let's have a go. Cool. Right, Benjamin, that was a pretty good hymn. I liked that one very, very much. You could really work it up. Big crescendo through that. So that was rather fun. And I love this. Let me tell you, I love this double ophicleide. It's rather addictive having two 32-foot reeds on this organ, isn't it? It's just, it's outrageous. So Michelle, my producer tonight, has come up with the goods. And let me just very quickly make a tweak. Michelle has just given me a heads up that we're getting a little bit of audio clipping. So I'm just going to go into Halberg over here and just make a little little change.
They're all here.
Yeah.
How do I'm on the man blank. Oh, there it is. Audio mixer. Streaming. I'm just going to knock it down by 2 decibels. Cats are here making me sneeze. Okay, so that should, Michelle, could you keep an eye out for that? Hopefully now reduce the clipping. Cool. So I'm going to play this hymn now that Glenn sent in earlier on. Heaven came down. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful day! Because it really has been a wonderful day. It's been a couple of wonderful days actually. Having Jerry here and going, having Charlotte baptized. It's been really wonderful. So yes, I agree. What a wonderful, wonderful day with the chorus. So let's see how the chorus goes. So I'll play one verse and then I'll give you the refrain as well. All right, let's have a go. There we go. So thank you very much, Michelle, for sending it through. And actually, I do regret not having had access to the chorus for all of the verses, because that would have been a lot of fun. I like the refrain. It was actually better than I thought it was going to be. Somehow, it was longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Bobby really appreciated back here. So yeah, we had a good time.
Look who we've got!
Yes.
Look who we've got! Look at this.
Bob's is here. Yes, this is why I really came to see Bobby.
Bobby,
it's all out now.
You know who to go to get all the fuss, don't you? You don't come to me anymore to get the fuss. I just tell her to man up. Go away. No, I don't do that. Of course, I'm the big softie, aren't I, Bobby?
Yes,
aren't
indeed.
Okay, so we have one more pre-request, which is coming from Bill, who said,
You need to unlock your iPhone first.
why have I got to unlock my iPhone?
You having tech troubles tonight?
Well, not that I was aware of. I think it was, maybe it thought I said the S-I-R-I word. Okay, so where's Bill? Well, it's in the chat, of course, but I mean, where's Bill's request? Let me tell you what it is. Where's it gone, Bill? I've lost you. Where have you gone? Where have you gone? It was on here. It was it's a tune by Thomas Tallis. It's the third mode melody. So this is what famously what Vaughan Williams based his Fantasia on a Theme by Thomas Tallis on this wonderful tune, this mode, if you like. You'll know it.
There we go.
So what do you want me to do, Bill, with this? He's given me an organ piece as well to play. So what I'll do is, before handing over to Jerry, who, I mean, frankly, you're all here for Jerry, right? So I just need to play this one hymn with an organ arrangement of the tune. And then I'll hand over to Jerry to do a live top 5 tonight. Then I can sit back and enjoy. So Bill, did you give me a little bit of a reason as to why you said this? So what do you say? You may drop the first page. Oh, I like it. Play pages 2 and 3, which will really shine on Redcliffe. Well, it's a good job we've got Redcliffe. Oh, he says, page 2 specifies the cornet against piano. I use the horn for the cornet, okay, against, well, I'm not sure I can do all this on the hoof. So I'll just have to, I'll have to wing it, Bill. I'm sure you'll be happy with that. Bit of winging. So I'll give you a couple of verses of the tune. This is a really wonderful tune. You might recognize it. And actually, in the NEH, the words to this tune are, "How shall I sing that majesty which angels do admire?" So yeah, I think Kofen's a bit more of a rousing hymn. Anyway, let's have a go with the Tallis, which is a wonderful, wonderful tune. Actually, isn't that nice?
Really
The
lovely.
tune actually in the final page was in the pedal. I didn't quite have the right coupler out, so we put my organ scholar.
Yeah,
Managed to fix it in the end.
Moderately okay organ scholar.
Well, that actually brings us a close now to the first section, the pre-requests. So thank you very much, Bill, for sending that one through. The words were, "I heard the voice of Jesus say," to the tune. Well, I think it's just called Third Mode Melody. It's by Thomas Tallis. And then the arrangement on the after that was by someone who I shall tell you. John Longhurst. So thank you very much, Bill, for sending that through. I'm now going to hop off the organ bench, and I'm going to hand over to the main star of tonight's show.
Oh my word! I think, Richard, this is where you find people tune out and go check
you'll-
Netflix.
You
and-
see,
where-
those
this is
numbers
where
will
the
flourish
cardinal
now.
needs to move in,
Oh, don't,
because
Oh my word!
you and your cardinals.
Jerry has a family of cardinals that live in his
That's
garden.
true. I do.
So therefore,
I was
Jerry,
so surprised to see this here.
Jerry
So-
has to have the cardinal right there. It's a
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, well,
So
there
I'm
we
going to
go.
slide things back just a hair.
Yes, as
Okay.
Bobby has
Sliding
just
the bench
mentioned
back,
in the
folks.
chat, Bobby has said 220 watching and only 96 people have liked the video. So if you would like to click like on the video, that would be really helpful. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and actually it just helps the video be promoted to more people.
That's a big grin, Jerry.
And whilst Jerry's setting himself up, I would like you all to give me a +1 and your location. We've got some healthy numbers in tonight. So let's see who's watching. Let's see how far we are around the world. And I can
Absolutely.
see Marion's Raven Diary, Casey, has a bird in her name.
Yes,
So
indeed.
there we go.
So there we go.
Irrelevance.
Yes.
She says she loves the Paul Fires penguin. Okay.
Yeah, he loves penguins.
That's right. He does.
Right. So I'll hand over to Jerry for his live top 5 and enjoy.
All right. Well, Richard, thank you very much. And it is such a privilege to be back here at BIS HQ. I had the joy to be here a couple of years ago, but now I'm back hearing St. Mary Redcliffe complete on this just amazing system. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. So really a privilege. So Richard, thank you. And again, thank you so much for the privilege of standing with you guys today, with Charlotte. She was so good today. So we had a wonderful time. So it's been great.
You're welcome.
When we realized that I could make this trip flying in like the Cardinals, I thought it would be a lot of fun to do an in-person top 5. And I'm not going to lie, we've had a lot of my favorite hymns already on the stream and recently, but I'm holding here a copy of the Veritas hymnal, which also sits in Richard's collection. And I wanted to introduce you to a few of the hymns which are very meaningful to me that I remember from my own childhood growing up. So let's run through this, some of these hymns from the Veritas hymnal, from my traditional upbringing in the west of Ireland. A lot of this I would have heard in Galway Cathedral, which brings me right to my first hymn. So I'm going to play for you Hail Queen of Heaven. And I have very fond memories of this. So some of my earliest memories of hearing a big pipe organ in a reverberant space and people singing was as a little boy attending the Galway Cathedral novena, which happens every year. People would come all over for the region, and just wonderful music and singing over a period of 9 days. This is also thematically relevant. In the Catholic tradition, October is the month of the Holy Rosary. So this is a hymn that you might hear at churches around the world. So in the Veritas hymnal, it has 2 verses. And basically, it's a prayer to Our Lady, Guide of the Wanderer. And we're asking that the Mother of Christ, Star of the Sea, would pray for the wanderer, pray for me. All right, so I'll let you be. There we have it, folks. So next up on my list, I'm going to move into a couple of hymns in the Irish language. And I know I've asked Richard to play a couple of these in the past, and he has very graciously attempted to, and actually done a very good job pronouncing some of these. The first I'm going to share with you is BIS Requests. This is Jesus Be in My Heart. Is im chuinech gachur, and in my mind every hour. And it's a traditional Irish melody and has three verses in the Irish language, so I'll play all three. The arrangement is by Gerard Gillen, one of our leading church musicians back home in Ireland. So, BIS Requests. All right, folks, that was BIS Requests, Jesus Be in My Heart. And I was telling Richard earlier, so folks in Ireland may actually know that closing line. There's a very famous setting of Psalm 23, "The Lord is my shepherd," that's sung at Mass that I really remember growing up as well. So very much a tune that's ingrained in my memory and just a wonderful melody. So speaking of wonderful melodies, next on my list is another Irish language tune. It is called Ag Creast an Shiel, Ag Creast an Fór. This tune just has one verse, so it's quite short, but it's by Sean O'Riordan. And Sean O'Riordan was a composer and church musician in the mid-20th century that wrote and reharmonized a lot of traditional Irish tunes and really helped bring a lot of this music into the liturgy. So this is frequently sung. I played it a lot as an offertory piece actually back home in Ireland. And it works really well as an instrumental piece as well. But it's basically speaking of Christ, of the harvest, bringing us all into the barn, into his safety. So, Ag Creast an Shiel. All right, guys, that was Enquiries an Síl. I've got another somewhat quiet one for you. I'm really drawn to these meditative Irish melodies. This is another traditional melody, and it was arranged this time by Fintan O'Carroll. Very often sung at communion, and honestly, this is one that children's choirs will commonly sing. The words are very easy for the kids to pick up. Basically, it's Céad Míle Fáilte Roth a Íosa. Repeat it multiple times, and then the second verse is Glór agus Mulligat a Íosa. Basically what that means, so in Irish, the traditional greeting, Céad Míle Fáilte Roth, is translated loosely as 100,000 welcomes. So it's 100,000 welcomes to Jesus, so hence why it's useful as a communion song. So here it is. Isn't that pretty? It's such a beautiful melody. I've always loved the harmony. You can certainly imagine a children's choir singing that. It's really quite something. Well, let's move to one of the bigger hymns in the hymnal. This one gets rolled out pretty much precisely once a year. And this is, of course, our hymn to St. Patrick. It might be considered our unofficial secondary national anthem. And there's a couple of different words for this. The one that I grew up with most was, "Hail glorious St. Patrick, dear saint of our isle, on us thy poor children bestow a sweet smile." And then the second verse to this definitely tugs at my heart because I'm overseas. It says, "Ever bless and defend the dear land of our birth, where shamrock still blooms as when thou wert on earth. Our hearts shall still burn wheresoever we roam, for God and St. Patrick and our native home." So remembering St. Patrick's Days, growing up in Ireland, going to Mass, pinning on the shamrock, of course, hearing this or playing it. So this is the last of my top 5 from the Veritas hymnal. I hope you enjoy. All right, there we have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed my top 5 from the Veritas hymnal of my childhood.
Well done,
BIS
bravo.
HQ. Thank you. What did you guys think?
Yeah, well, whenever you tell me or ask me to play hymns from this
Yes.
hymn book, it's always a joy because these hymns are, I find them very, very lyrical,
Yeah.
very musical.
Yeah, they're all certainly really, really good tunes that have kind of been collated. So it's kind of wonderful to have them all in one collection.
Yeah, so thank you very much, and also
And it was nice to hear the titles pronounced properly.
for your
Change.
for your proper pronunciations.
Oh my word, my pleasure. Well,
It's
yeah.
embarrassing when I have to try to do it. You know.
I don't envy it when somebody hands you a foreign language.
It's crazy.
It's part
It's
of the
crazy.
job.
But thank you very much, and
Thank you.
Can you all in the chat? Can you all please show your appreciation for Jerry's wonderful
Absolutely.
top 5? That would be great.
And let me know if there was one that you guys really liked. Did you have a favorite of my top 5?
Personally, for me, I think it was the first one.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the only one that I knew.
Yeah.
be honest,
That
so.
certainly helps.
Yeah, it does help indeed. Now, have you got an organ piece?
I might have an organ
Would
piece,
you like to
and
play
I
it
think,
now?
oof, yes, okay. Well, I guess
I
since
think so. I
if
think
you're
if-
going to twist my arm
if
since
they
I'm
keep
sitting
give-
here on Saint
they
Mary Redcliffe,
Keep giving you the
do
the
you
happy-
guys want to hear an organ piece from me?
Well, I think they need to give you sort
They
of
do,
like
look at those-
some
look at those
emojis,
hands.
some emojis to say yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Big thumbs up. Thumbs up equals yes to an organ piece
Thumbs up,
from Jerry.
or just thumbs down, and we'll just get Richard back. I think I want to go back to the chair with Bobby.
Well, I'm going to hop on in a minute. I want to play the
Okay.
live requests. But I
Very
think
good,
If
very
you're
good.
going to play something,
Okay.
I will. The next section is the Polar Pipes.
Wonderful.
Which we
Yes.
still haven't got a jingle, so maybe we need to get Aaron to write us a jingle for
That's
Polar
my
Pipes.
Oh, that is
I
beautiful.
don't know how to say it, so I thought I'd find it in the book.
Enquiries and Shield is the
Your number
vote for me.
4? Was that the one you
Yes,
picked
that was
for?
my number 4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that is
my-
beautiful.
That's
That's
nice.
my
That is
one.
lovely.
That is nice.
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. So, anyhow, Richard is going to get a poll loaded up. And,
I am. So whilst you're playing,
Right.
they're going to be polling.
Yeah, poll those pipes. We were discussing this in the car earlier. What should we do for poll the pipes?
Well,
Exactly.
so the first one.
so Jerry helped us choose
is
what
actually-
the polls were today.
Yeah, this is based on Jerry's top 5.
Yeah.
It's on a where's the paste? Create. Oh, there we go. Poll. There we go. Paste. So this is the first poll of pipes is what is your favourite hymn originally from a folk melody? Okay, so these are all. I think these are all fairly well known hymns. You'll know all of these.
Yes.
So
I
whilst
don't know any of those.
whilst you're all voting for this, or your first poll the pipes.
And I will say I'm mesmerized watching the master set all of this up here too. There's a whole workflow, the magic that happens behind BIS.
It's a bit clunky, isn't it? There we go. So 4 very well-known hymns, which are all actually folk tunes. So you
Excellent.
choose one of those, and Jerry, well, I guess you'll
gonna-
announce your
I will announce
organ
my
ditty.
organ piece. I'm just moving the bench back a little bit more. I have a tendency to sit, I think, a little bit more forward than I should. So the organ piece that I've chosen is tied into all of these themes later on. And it's actually funny that you mentioned Aaron, because this is a piece by Aaron Shouse, a composer living in LA. And he's written a number of good preludes and postludes. This one is the fanfare postlude on Land of Rest. And I actually discovered this on his channel quite some years ago and managed to prevail upon him to get a copy. As far as the hymn tune it's based upon, my American viewers and friends will probably know this quite well. The tune is Land of Rest, and it is commonly sung to Jerusalem, my happy home. And it was written by W.S. Turner in 1866, and a Methodist minister, and it was published in the Sacred Harp as a shape note tune. So it was widely known in the Appalachians and spread from there, very much influenced by the immigrants from Scotland and England and Ireland. So it's a lilting tune, and Aaron has given it a modern, upbeat fanfare treatment. So hopefully I'll hit at least some of the right notes here. We'll see what happens. So while I'm doing that, everybody jump in and answer the poll there.
Yes, indeed, yes.
All right, very good. we go.
Well
folks.
done. Wasn't that fun?
All right, wasn't that fun? Indeed.
No,
Well, thank you so
absolutely
much. It's a
fun.
great tune.
Yeah.
Well, I think
I said the woohoo. I started it off.
Well, I played mostly right notes.
Absolutely great.
And yeah, tripped over some of that fun harmony towards the end, but
Certainly put everyone in a good mood. And it certainly made Bill Ratey say, how great is this?
Excellent.
So-
Well, thank you, Bill.
This,
Thank you all.
St Mary Redcliffe, it can do folk tunes,
Yes.
it can do this, it can do...
Absolutely.
it can
I'm
do
going
creepy
to
strings,
I'm
it
going
can
to
do
sneak out of here.
Halloween
Yes, it is
metal.
such
It's
a
move. There you go.
There we go. It is such a colorful instrument. I don't think there's anything it cannot do, right, Richard?
Absolutely. It can do it. It can even do Bach.
Yes.
Even do Bach.
I might just
And
press that
Aaron
control.
Showers.
Is that all right?
Yes.
I press that control.
Don't press controller. Don't press anything. Don't press anything.
Don't press the
Otherwise,
buttons.
you never know. We might be offline before we know it.
No, that took us offline.
So thank you very
That's
much,
Famously.
Jerry.
Thank you, Richard.
For top 5. Your organ piece there.
Excellent.
And if you're lucky, we may actually hear Jerry again
All right.
later in the show.
Absolutely.
And then-
If
and
they
then we
don't
can-
drum me out of here.
Who wants to hear
And
some
then-
more from Jerry?
Boo.
And then we can maybe say, back by popular demand.
Yeah, exactly.
But before we get there, we need to get some live
Yes.
requests
Yes, indeed.
played,
What about
don't we?
this Polar Pipes?
Well, indeed, Paul the Pipes. It's a jam-packed show this evening.
Yes.
So let's have a look what's been going on. So we have just a couple of Polar Pipes to do tonight.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Well,
And it's close too.
I thought actually it wouldn't be that one.
Ooh.
Yes. Unexpected.
It is. Well, what child is this? Looks like it's going to be the winner. I thought it might have been something else actually.
True. But I won't disagree. That is a beautiful melody.
Well, there we go. So what child is this? Got 36% of the votes. Let's all hear it for Greensleeves. Well done. And oh, Whaley. Oh. Right, so here we go. Greensleeves is the winner for this one. And whilst I'm playing this, I'm going to put
Razzle
the.
dazzle.
I'm going to put the.
Razzle dazzle in the chat.
Someone talking over me. So unprofessional. Remember what I said about Simon Mayo? Wouldn't do that, would he?
One
Wouldn't
thing
have
I
that.
always remember about BIS, this is a quote. A BIS quote is, "We run a tight ship around here." And I quote.
I don't know
Oh,
about,
that's hilarious.
I don't know about a tight ship. It's like a sinking ship. It's
And the captain of the ship tonight is the Cardinal, looking on,
There we go.
just keeping
Yes.
everybody in check.
So the
He's even
next
keeping Nala in check.
poll is your favourite, because obviously this morning was Charlotte's baptism, which is available to watch for everyone on YouTube from Romsey Abbey. Your favourite hymn for a baptism.
Ooh.
So this one might not be quite as obvious. So
Disclaimer, we didn't sing any of these.
no, we did not actually. So you might need to, if you want to go away and research some of these hymns, you've got maybe 3-4 minutes before I click end poll.
Yes.
So these aren't especially as well known, but actually I think you'll recognise all the tunes, to be honest.
Votes are coming in already.
But the votes are coming in, so you keep those votes coming in, and I am going to quickly hack my way through. What child is this who laid to rest on
Don't
Mary's
sell yourself
lap
short.
is sleeping, to the
Hack.
tune Greensleeves.
Don't sell yourself short.
Nice. Okay. So the cornet,
Beautiful.
verse 1. Well, listen to cornet. For those who want to know, 8 and 4 flutes on the great with the 12th, which actually is the only mutation that Redcliffe has. But you can actually create a faux cornet by bringing down the flageolet and the dulcian mixture to the great to create this sound. It actually is quite nice. Yeah. So that's without the swell or the right. Oh my goodness me.
Look how much got eaten last night. Just in case
So
all the organ talk was getting too much for you.
It is a Beauty and Sound tradition that there's supposed to be a buffet set up in the corner.
Those layers.
Yeah, no throwing the food, please. I think you
Food
guys,
fight, yes.
You used to have virtual food fights, didn't you?
We also have, wait for it, lemon talk.
Yeah, and I can't eat any of this because I've got to play the organ, haven't I?
Well, when you kick Joe back on to do the voluntary.
There we go.
Right, so the next, the winner, by the looks of it, is We Love the Place, Oh God, which is not on the iPad, which is rather disappointing. I thought it was. To a tune St. Cecilia, which is a great name, which is obviously Charlotte's middle name. Now, the next thing I've got to do is actually find it. Why can't I find it? I thought it would be. I thought I would be able to find it straight away, but I can't find it.
I'll save you some, Richard.
That's all right. You guys just dive in. You indulge, and I'll just indulge in finding the next hymn, which I can't
I
do.
can potentially help
Oh, it is?
that process.
Oh, it's a different tune. 294. 294. It's actually not the tune in the question. It's the tune is called Quem Delecta. We love the place, O God, wherein thine honour dwells. The joy of thine abode, all earthly joy excels. We love the house of prayer, wherein thy servants meet. And thou, O Lord, art there, thy chosen flock to greet. We love the sacred font, for there the holy dove to pour is ever wont, his blessings from above. Hence the baptismal theme. So yes, you'll have a few verses of this. Actually, it's very short, and actually it's over pretty quickly. But a wonderful tune called Quem Delecta.
So spare a thought for Barbara. Her knitting needle has come unstuck. It's a crisis of major proportions.
I don't know what.
That deserves one of your slow hand clap things.
I don't know what I don't know what it means for a knitting needle to become unstuck.
Well,
Do you?
I think it's a crisis.
It sounds like
It sound, well. I'm being led to believe it's a crisis. Knitting
The
needle.
cord from my knitting needles has come unglued.
Barbara, we all feel for you, Barbara. What were you knitting? That's a question in my mind. A scarf? No, a sock. A left sock. All right.
Specifically a left.
Left one. Yeah, because they're different.
Actually, good point.
Right. I think we should actually zoom on into the next section of VC, which is a live requests. So this is now where I hand over to you to tell me what to play. You have done in Polar Pipes, of course, but I was sort of prompting you with some questions. So let's go into. We've got a few to get through tonight, and as always, Thomas Moronta gets in there first. He always pops a request in the chat even before I start, so he's very keen for me to play his request, which this week is
A folk tune,
a folk tune.
isn't it?
He could.
Predict the future.
Telepathic.
Well, I was just wondering whether he could actually hear what we were talking about earlier. It's something that.
Did you leave the microphone
Or
open?
did I leave a camera on or something? Let All Things Now Living. I think that might be on here because we've had the Ash Grove before. There's definitely Ash Grove.
Oh, she's knitting a baby blanket more than 1 metre wide.
Wow.
That's a very worthy cause.
Okay, so I haven't got the correct words here, Thomas, but the words I have are actually, the master has come and he calls us to follow. However, the tune is the same. It is it's the Ash Grove. This is a Welsh folk tune. I'll give you 3 verses of this, although I can't because this is actually an incomplete version. I need to find it somewhere else.
Okay.
What's worship for? I haven't got worship for, have I? Let's find this one very quickly.
Yes.
First one to find it wins. Next
Wins the next bowl of
wins
trifle.
more trifle. Yes,
There's
exactly.
only one portion of trifle left.
Oh, is there?
Where's yours?
What was that? I forgot the first title. Let all things. Let all. That's not in here. Right, I'm going to go on to the next one. Mark will find that.
Oh, 150 likes now. Thanks everybody for liking.
Oh yeah, well done, guys. So, who is on the Lord's side? That's the question from Michelle. Who is on the Lord's side? Are you on the Lord's side? Well, let's find out in this hymn. Where is it? Who is on the Lord's side? And the tune is called Rachie. Who is on the Lord's side? Who will serve the King? Who will be his helpers? Other lives to bring. Who will leave the world's side? Who will face the foe? Who is on the Lord's side? Who for him will go? By thy call of mercy, by thy grace divine, we are on the Lord's side. Saviour, we are thine. All right, let's have a go with this one. we go. So that was who is on the Lord's side. Well, I think we all are.
Yeah, Nala
Definitely.
is. Nala
Nala is, especially when she gets her
Here
mouse.
she is. She's on the Lord's side. She's right here.
Oh no, she's actually right here. She's on my left-hand side, aren't you? So we've actually found now the ash grove. Let all things now living, a song of thanksgiving to God the Creator triumphantly raise. I think Thomas actually gave me a little bit of a reason why he requested this.
A bit of chat about the alternative tune to that last hymn being Armageddon and how that might be a little bit ominous.
I know, that's an interesting
Armageddon.
name, isn't it? Please play my recessional hymn today. Oh, I think Worship 4 is the hymn book that he sent. So maybe it would have been in that one. I think that's what it's called. But unfortunately, a lot of it is unison melody only. It doesn't have any harmony. I think can you take...
Who is on Nala's side?
Okay, so let's have a go with this next one then.
Come on, Nala.
The Ash Grove.
Nala keeping time with her metronomic tail there, everybody. If you look at the end of her tail, she just sways it to the beat like a metronome.
Great. The next one is one of my favourites. And can it be? Let's see if it's one of Nala's favourites as well. This came in from Joel. Where's Joel? Let me find Joel. Joel says, "Hello, Richard. I hope you're keeping well. Please, can you play my favourite hymn? And can it be that I should gain an interest in the Saviour's blood?" The words here are by Charles Wesley, and the music is from Thomas Campbell's The Bouquet. I didn't know that. It's called Sagina. And this is what it sounds like. It's pretty good, this one. This is a pretty rowdy one.
Yes.
Rowdy.
Bravo.
That hymn reminds me of Andantino
Why is that?
because she likes it.
Okay.
So,
well,
Richard,
it's very-
yellow post-it note is your next one.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. My organ skull is on it tonight. Oh,
After failing registration earlier. So.
mit Freuden Zart. Is that right? Sing praise to God who reigns above. Is this actually a request from one of our producers?
James.
Jimbo. Sing praise to God who reigns above to the tune mit Freuden Zart in memory of former organist of Westminster Abbey, Martin Neary, who has recently passed away. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you met him a few
next time.
times, did you? Oh, I didn't know that, James. Yes, he was a great inspiration to many people. And I know a lot of people who were choristers under him and were organists with him. When the news broke that he had passed away, my Facebook feed was full of people, writing and sharing stories of Dr. Neary.
Richard is a very proud owner of the Dr. Neary Westminster Abbey Psalms of David recordings to Anglican chant, and it's the Tremble Thou Earth at the Presence of the Lord with a massive C major chord and the rumbling 32-foot, isn't it? Andy Lumsden's left foot.
Do you mean the old this one?
Exactly, and I remember we had some friends around, Christine and Jan, and they were sitting on the sofa, and under our sofa is a rather large subwoofer. And Richard put the CD on, and Jan and Christine were sitting listening to some psalms, and suddenly that verse, they got a shock because the whole sofa started rumbling.
Well, that's word painting,
That's
isn't
the whole
it?
point, yeah.
Absolutely, word painting.
That's funny.
So let's see if we can do any word painting in this one. I think it's a chorale. It's not a Lutheran chorale, but it's that sort of style. It could have been harmonized by Bach, but it doesn't look like it has been harmonized by Bach. Maybe it has, but it doesn't say it had. Sing praise to God who reigns above, the God of all creation, the God of power, the God of love, the God of our salvation. With helming balm, my soul he fills, and every faithless murmur stills. To God, all praise and glory. Thank you very much, James. Let's push on with this request. Where we're going to
I
go.
think that was a chorister under Martin Neary, so he will have sung those psalms.
There we go. There we go. Like the knick-knack story, went to audition at Winchester, but got sent to the Abbey instead. Well, so if you were auditioning at Winchester when you were sent to Westminster Abbey, that's interesting. So you would have been presumably auditioned by David Hill at that time, because David Hill replaced Martin when Martin went to Westminster. So is that true? Does that tie up with the timing? Okay, let's go on now to
number 5.
Plough the fields and scatter. Oh yeah,
Harvest.
that might be a bit of. I actually think I prefer the harmonisation on here. Let's have a look. Where we plough. There it is. I like this harmonisation. So who's this? This was a request from Lucy, who said, we plough the fields and scatter in memory of a neighbour who devoted his life to working on the land in some way or other. This is a great tune, and obviously, yeah, it's one of the tunes for harvest, isn't it? We plough the fields and scatter the good seed on the land, but it is fed and waters by God's almighty hand. So we plant it and he feeds it. It's not always the case, is it? Because we have to go out with the tractors and put some fertilizer down. Well, that isn't very healthy, is it? That's frowned upon. I don't know. I'm not a farmer. He sends us snow in winter, the warmth to swell the grain. Oh, that's good. The breezes and the sunshine and soft, refreshing rain. Let's have a go. I rather like that, actually.
As your mum says, Farmers' National Anthem.
Yes, I think so. Well, absolutely. It is.
Oh.
So that and the other one I like is Come Labour On, my two harvest hymns. Come Labour On. That's about going out to work and sowing your seeds. To thee, O Lord, our hearts we raise, to the tune Golden Sheaves, which is NEH.
One behind, I believe.
I think.
Just one page to the left.
Perfect. Look at that. That's easy, isn't it? To thee, O Lord, our hearts we raise in hymns of adoration. To thee bring sacrifice of praise with shouts of exultation. Bright robes of gold at the fields adorn. The hills with joy are ringing. The valleys stand so thick with corn that even they are singing. Right, let's have a go with this one. I'll give you 3 verses to this wonderful tune by Arthur Sullivan. All right, let's have a go. Yeah, could you pass me that? All those barks there. Jerry's going to pass me this.
The box of Bach.
The box of Bach. It's volume 1.
Volume 1.
Which is that one.
There we go.
Yeah, that one. And because we've grabbed this one because our dear friend Bill Rati has requested that I play Liebster Jesu, which is in here. There were 2 versions of this.
634.
634.
Yeah,
okay. Right. So let's have a go with this. What should we use? Yeah. Okay.
nice.
That'll be quite nice, I think. Yeah. Okay. It's very quiet, quite short. Actually, that's a nice opportunity for us just to maybe reflect and just relax a little bit before we have the final few hymns, followed by a rather raucous voluntary by our guest this evening.
Excellent.
That's a movement on Charlotte's bed.
There we go.
Right. Oh, great. Thank you.
All right. So
Okay, blessed. Thank you very much, Bill. Did you give a reason why you wanted me to play that? I just didn't. Oh no, I just wanted to hear it. Thank you very much, Bill.
beautiful piece of music.
Yeah, stunning.
So
Blessed be the tie that binds. Here it is. Blessed be the tie that binds our hearts in Christian love. The unity of heart and mind is like to that above. This has come in from Ben and from Nick Nack. For Bridget. Okay, so Bridget, I think, requested it. Ben and Nick Nack very, very graciously sponsored it. So thank you very much, Ben and Nick Nack. Thank you actually to everybody who has donated this evening. I think I've given you all a heart. I really do appreciate that. That'll allow me to send that email tomorrow with a bit more confidence. Say, yes, let's go ahead with this building work. So here we go. A couple of verses of this tune, which I think is called Dennis. Okay, let's have a go. when I started playing that, Jerry said, this one.
Yes, I have heard this one before. I just can't remember the context.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Stan Workman is still with us, but I feel like I may have played this in one of the Presbyterian churches.
Oh, really?
It's a very pretty hymn.
Yeah, it's not one that we do ever over
Yeah.
on this side of the
Right.
the Atlantic. A lot of these hymns that we play on VC are hymns that I've never played in real life before. That's one of the great things about doing VC, isn't it?
It's one of the advantages. You get to have
just learn all these
from
hymns.
all over the world.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Kosh. That's very kind. Jesus, keep me near the cross for Daniel. Okay.
Stan just chimed in. Yes, most likely, Jerry. He said, there we go. He says we sing it quite a bit.
Right, let's go in now. Oh, love that will not let me go. I rest my weary soul in thee. I give thee back the life I owe, that in thine ocean depths its flow may richer, fuller be. Let's have this as another quiet one. So we're having a quiet stint of hymns at the minute. Nothing wrong with that. Good chap, he thinks. So that was actually played a little bit too fast. I think it was all right. I don't know. I think I would probably conduct the choir at that speed, perhaps. Don't know whether. But the things I've never played it. I've never played it with a choir or with a congregation before. So, it's very different playing things in here than it is in the real world. Because in the real world, you can hear people trying to sing the words, and you get a sense that something's too fast because they're just not quite keeping up with the the articulation of the words. But it feels like it's quite a nice speed.
Yeah.
I think. Children of the Heavenly Father for Doug Alderdice is coming up next. Children of the Heavenly Father, safely in this bosom gather, nestling bird, nor star in heaven, such a refuge over was given. I'm not sure what. Oh, this is a Swedish folk tune. We've had quite a few folk tunes tonight.
Yes, we have.
Today has been all about the folk tune, hasn't it? It's the theme, indeed. let's have a listen to what haven't we heard yet. How about a cor anglais on the solo division with a bit of swell underneath that. Okay, let's have a go with that one.
Fine, Belmont.
Right, so thank you very much, Doug. Beautiful. I love playing that one. Had that a few times. By Cool Shalom's Shady Rill. Oh, okay. I need to find this one. The tune Belmont.
89.
NEH 282. I don't think that's. I don't think there's
Correct.
282 in the NEH.
But I've got Belmont for us.
Jerry's doing sterling work here.
Jerry's an excellent organ scholar. Excellent
Except
organ
I've already
scholar.
forgotten the number. I think it's 89. Yes.
So we know the we've got the tune. We just have to guess the words. All I know is it's by Cool Shalom's Shady Rill. So Flawless Bus could maybe put some of the words in the chat for us, and I'll play 3 verses. Shall I?
Yes.
I think so. Let's do that. 3 verses. Well, thank you very much, Flawless Bus. I don't think I gave you enough verses there. I don't know how many verses you were expecting. I gave you 3. But a very nice tune. Interestingly, Barbara Clark says that it wasn't a familiar tune to her. It's a very familiar tune to us over in this country. Belmont, it was called. I don't think it was by Rossini, Bill. Although I may be wrong. I didn't see Rossini on the page there. Barbara, give us an update. We're all dying to know. Did you find your needle? Have you managed to resolve the issue there? Oh, by Shalom's shady rill, how sweet the lily grows, how sweet the breath beneath the hill. Sharon's dewy rose.
Oh,
Oh, bless you.
Oh!
Oh.
Just about managed to get the words out there. The next hymn, I think this is actually going to be the final hymn tonight. Before we go into a request by Susie, a little piece by Bach, Jesu Joy of Man's Desiring, very quiet. Before we hand over the full sound of this warm, rich, boisterous organ to our virtual,
yes,
to
virtual.
our virtual organist
Virtually
tonight.
here. Yes, I'm the
You're not
virtual
actually here, are
organist.
you? You're not actually here. You're a virtual hologram. Jesus, keep me near the cross. It's late. It's been a long day. Jesus, keep me near the cross. There's a precious fountain, free to all. A healing stream flows from Calvary's mountain. And then it's called Near the Cross. I think we all know this one, don't we? So let's, what should we have on? Let's have the great tromba down on the choir, I think. Let's try that. Beautiful little tune that. It's called Near the Cross. And actually, I was planning on doing a sort of a Paul the Pipes theme around Fanny Crosby, but I couldn't quite get it ready in time. And
It was meant to be.
the words there, tonight's final hymn, are indeed by Fanny Crosby. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hop on, well, I'm already hopped on, I'm going to open the iPad and play an arrangement of the very, very famous and very beautiful Jesu Joy of Man's Desiring by you know who. It's very short, actually. I won't do the repeat. And then Jerry's going to close the show tonight. So Jerry's going to play something. I'll let him announce it later on. I'm going to get in my seat. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to wallow. And I hope you enjoy that too. So I'll play this and then I'll see you on the other side. So let me get some things ready very quickly. Scallywag. Let's get that down here. And this is actually a request from Susie. So thank you very much, Susie. Yeah, let's have a go. There we go. Wonderful. Well, don't need to say anything about it really. It's just a beautiful,
Really
one of the most
beautiful
famous
piece.
pieces of classical music, I think, in existence, and for good reason. So, Juicy Joy of Brent's Desiring, as requested there by Susie. So, thank you very much, Susie. Okay, so I'm going to now hand over to Jerry, who's going to play our organ voluntary tonight.
Thank you.
but-
Does anyone want to know what Jerry just said? So poor Jerry, he's got jet lag. And we've had a long day here. We're all yawning. And Jerry said, oncoming bus. I'm about to be thrown under it.
That's right.
We'll help you through it, Jerry.
Yeah,
On
We'll
the
give you
internet in
lots of
front
encouraging sounds,
200
Yes.
people.
won't we? Lots of
I
encouraging sounds.
appreciate the support and
Will we?
encouragement.
And we'll
yes.
make sure that any wrong notes you may play, you probably won't play, but we'll make sure we won't make these sorts of sounds.
There we go. Don't press that button, at least until I'm done.
But no, so after this voluntary tonight, we're actually going to we are going to call it a night. So I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone, really, everyone who's been chatting away, everyone who's been donating tonight very generously. Huge thank you to our producer Michelle, who's done a sterling job as always, and of course, thank you very much to Jerry for hopping onto the organ bench, giving us a wonderful top 5 tonight, and us also going
Thank
to
you
give
so
us
much, Richard.
a wonderful closing voluntary. So with that, I'll hop off, and someone else will hop on.
We'll have the changing of the guard here.
Here we go. Oops, let me just take off all of my stuff for you.
Don't
That's-
remove the cardinal.
That's that's my good luck cardinal. I'm going to need him. Well, folks, this has been a real treat to be here in person this evening and just enjoying this amazing instrument in person here. It is truly a magical experience. So, kind of keeping with our theme a little bit, in terms of tunes that are folk tunes inspired and certainly inspired by my homeland, Ireland, we're going to close with some Stanford, the fourth movement, or the third movement of his fourth sonata, Sonata Celtica. It's based on St. Patrick's breastplate, which is that I've been provided a bus. There we go. It has been foretold. So St. Patrick's breastplate is founded on the tune "I bind unto myself today the strong hand of the Trinity." So it's an old Irish tune that Stanford curated, and it is because of him that we still know the tune as a hymn. But Sonata Celtica is one of his masterworks. And as another piece that brings all of this together, before we even started the St. Mary Redcliffe project, when I was working on this, what I think is perhaps one of the, if not the definitive recording of this, was by Charles Callahan, who some years ago traveled to St. Mary Redcliffe and recorded several of these Stanford sonatas. It's an amazing recording on an amazing instrument. So those sounds ringing in my ears, it's really magical now to play on the completed St. Mary Redcliffe instrument. So with that, we're going to close with his treatment of his own preserved tune, the conclusion of Sonata Celtica. I hope you enjoy.
Thank you very much, Jerry. Lovely.
My word. Thank you so much, Richard. And thank you all very much. This has been a real treat.
It's been a treat for us having you here. So thank you very much for coming in, and wish you a safe onward journey
Yes.
to Ireland and then back home.
Absolutely.
We'll see you
back
see you
to
online.
work. Absolutely. I look forward to seeing everybody in the chat. So
Yes, indeed.
have
Yeah.
a great evening and a wonderful week ahead.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. And until next time, we'll say cheerio.
Cheerio.
Cheerio and goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.